Please join me in extending a hearty round of applause as we welcome Dr. Anjum Zameer Baht to the stage. He will be addressing us on the topic cybersecurity. Think safe, stay secure. Sharing his valuable insights into the opportunities and responsibilities that define this critical domain.
A very good morning to all of you. Good morning. Thank you. It's a real privilege and honor to be here, and I thank the organizers of AVENIR 2025, Indian School of Seeb, for this invitation and having me here for this session on cybersecurity. I want to tell at the onset that this session is not going to be something where statistics will be shown, although I have got the slides and there is statistics in that as well. But I just want to inspire you for the future and how to take care of our privacy and security. Because if we say that privacy and security is not our concern, it is surely everybody's concern. Students, parents, teachers, society as a whole, it's concern for everybody. And why so? I'll be in fact telling you that as well. Why it is so that security is everybody's concern. We all are responsible for a safe society. And when we are talking about the digital world, if you see, we are using digital resources. We are dependent on digital resources as never before. If you're making a transaction in a bank, it used to happen in the past that you used to visit physically bank and you were getting cash out of there. It's no more the story. Your transactions are happening online. Your education is happening online. Your transfer of papers, for example, you're buying a property. Those transfer of papers, they are happening online. Everything is dependent on digital world. And why it has to be secure, that is what I'm going to tell you. And we need to take responsibility for having a safe and secure society. That will only happen if our digital assets are safe. So I'm here to inspire you. In fact, one thing I'll tell you, when I came here, it is just giving me, remembrance of those days when I used to be in the school. And thank you so much for that. Thanks to the organizers for inviting me here and giving me opportunity to interact with you, especially the students community. Moving forward, when we are talking about this think safe and stay secure, what does that mean? We have to be definitely very intelligent in today's world if we want to be safe and secure. To maintain privacy, confidentiality of our data, to maintain confidentiality, privacy of our digital assets. So if we are navigating our digital landscape in today's world and understanding the importance of cybersecurity, that's something which is very important. See, one thing I just want to connect with the audience in a way to provide you scenarios which are happening in our day-to-day lives so that we are a little more cautious as far as cybersecurity, cyber world is concerned. When you are asking for, this is for respected teachers or the school administration, when you're asking for data from parents or students, you need to be very cautious. What kind of data is being asked, whether that is really required or not. The concerned facilitator or somebody who will be asking for the data, he has to be very cautious while asking the data, because I'll be telling you how that data can be misused. And these cases, high-profile cases have happened all over the world where particular data was misused. And it's having far-reaching consequences. So that is one. students and parents, they also need to be very cautious while they are giving something or whatever is being asked from them. They have to be cautious whether it's really required or not. So you need to ask questions. Whenever you are being asked something, you need to ask questions. And this is not for teachers only that they are, I just gave this as an example because this is a scenario which fits here. We are being, as a parent, I am being asked certain things. This kind of data, that kind of data, they are definitely in need of that. But we need to be a little more cautious. What exactly do we require? Is it necessary to take this particular data or not? Do we require it or not? So that is something we need to be actually cautious about. In today's interconnected world, being aware of cyber threats is essential. That's very important. And I am very well sure the kind of audience I'm having here, you'll be aware about these threats. But I just want to inspire you so that we can practice it in our day-to-day lives. And then that will create that safe environment. And definitely when we are getting vulnerabilities, weaknesses to minimum, threats will automatically decrease. And that will result in decrease of incidents, security incidents that are happening. So cybersecurity protects not only personal information, but it is protecting the privacy, confidentiality, and essential services from potential downtime or loss, or the risks that are involved there. So cybersecurity is important, and it is for our personal lives, it's for enterprises, organizations, government, community, everybody. You cannot say, no, I am not anybody who can contribute to having a secure environment, secure world. No, everybody is responsible for it, and it is in fact responsibility of each and everybody in different roles to provide secure, safe digital assets. Why cybersecurity matters? It matters because personal data, your information can be stolen and misused, as I was telling you. Privacy. This time, the concept of privacy has entirely changed. Privacy used to be entirely different a few years back. Now it is entirely different. You might not have any connection with me, but you will be knowing a lot about me. That is possible. And that is possible through different channels. Whether we are talking about social media, internet has connected the entire world. I might be thousands of kilometers away from you. I might not have any concern with you. I might not have seen you, but I will be knowing several things about you because they are available there. So privacy is a concern, and to such an extent it was never before. So online activities can reveal your personal habits. People know what you eat and breathe. They know what you eat in. So you have to be very cautious and vigilant as far as privacy. Individual privacy or the enterprise privacy, organizational privacy is concerned. Because privacy for organizations is different, privacy for individuals is different. But both are important. It's important for us to maintain both of them, whether that's an individual privacy or organizational, institutional privacy. Identity theft. Fraudsters can impersonate you for financial gains. Not only for financial gains, there are certain other things. There are far-reaching consequences if that happens. Financial security, cyber attacks can lead to significant monetary loss. And we have seen high-profile cases. Any guesses that how much loss per year we are having with these cyber frauds or cyber attacks? Can I have some facilitator who can give mic to somebody, because I want to make it a little interactive with the kids. Yeah, back somebody is raising the hand here, there. How much of loss we are having? Global loss as far as Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, I have seen one report somewhere. I don't know it's correct or wrong. It's something around 2,000 crores.
Okay, you mean to say 2 trillion? Am I right or wrong?
2,000 crores, sir.
So that's roughly 2 trillion if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, thank you so much. I think this figure is somewhere close to what we are having here. Thank you. So the importance of data, understanding cyber threats for strategic business decisions. The digital landscape has changed. We are living in an era of artificial intelligence and machine learning. What used to be threat 10, 15 years back, I had been in this field from last 21 years. I have seen what was there 15 years, 17 years back, what used to be considered as a threat. That is no longer a threat. We have mitigated all of those things. We have been able to neutralize all of those. But it's the evolving threat landscape where we are having artificial intelligence and machine learning, which is coming into picture, posing a new challenge. I'm going to come into that as well, whether artificial intelligence and machine learning is a friend or a foe. So we'll be discussing a little bit about that as well. But this evolving landscape, growing importance of accurate cyber threat data cannot be overstated. Businesses must stay informed. We know that we are having complete dependence on digital assets. And this is not something hidden. Everybody knows it. We talk about any kind of organization. We are talking about educational institutions, whether higher education or we're talking about the primary education. We are completely dependent on digital assets. Financial organizations, banks, aviation, you name a sector. You name any sector and then see what kind of dependence we are having on digital assets. We're completely dependent on those. And for example, you just think about taking off global network connectivity for an hour. 1 hour, you just get disconnected from global network internet. What's going to happen? First of all, it results in frustration to each one of us. Because we are used to it, we are doing each and every task using the global network. We get connected to different apps, different services, paying a fee for your kids, making transactions in the bank, ranging from this to anything else. It all is dependent on the global network internet. Back in India, we are paying street vendors through our mobile smartphones. And that happens through the network only. So we are having complete dependence on IT, information and communications technology. At the same time, when we are having such a dependence on the system, we need it to be completely secure. At least optimum levels of security have to be there. And security is the responsibility of each one of us. We cannot say that government has to provide security, organizations have to provide security, security professionals are responsible for the security. No, it's a collective effort, collective job, collective responsibility of all entire society. Whether we are talking about students, we are talking about teachers, we are talking about society, community in general, everybody, specialists, it is the responsibility of each and every one of us. So understanding today's threats, what we are having and what is coming up. Growing cyber attacks, we have seen incredible increase in cyber threats in the recent past. If I just show some statistics, I'm not here for statistics definitely, I'm here for inspiring you. But it's very important to give you a little bit of a picture of what is happening. So from 2020 onwards, there is surge in ransomware, increase in phishing attacks, incidents, rise of advanced malware types, significant data breaches, and even hospitals have not been left. I can talk about certain incidents that happened in 2018-19 in UK. Many hospitals were attacked with ransomware, and that completely, they were crippled. They were not able to function because all their data, everybody is dependent, even our hospitals are dependent on the digital assets. So all patients' records, they were all encrypted, and they were asking for ransom. heightened focus on cybersecurity, cyber defense. So we need to have, collectively, we need to have focus on cyber defense. Not only governments, not only experts, not only those organizations who are directly dealing with cyber threat, but collectively as a society, we need to have. And we are living in a global village. We need to have collaboration. All countries, and there are already forums where collaboration has already happened as far as cybersecurity is concerned. And that is the way to go. 3.5 billion attacks. 3.5 billion attacks, 40% increase annually recorded, and 1 trillion loss in the cyber attacks. This is something which has successfully happened. Attacks that have been carried out by the actors, hackers, and which has resulted in 1 trillion loss. Global financial impact. And this is not just financial. It's not just about money. There's much more to this. I'm having, several cases, not isolated events, not isolated cases, several cases where it has gone much beyond monetary gains. This is, you can get these, in fact, live ideas or pictures, live idea about what kind of incidents are currently happening throughout globe. It will be giving you for a specific place as well. There are several sites, in fact. One of that is Norse. There's one Fortinet, in fact, which is here. And I had, in fact, given a hyperlink to this. It's fine. There's no problem. So you can definitely go to these sites and you can just see what is currently happening in your respective place. If I'm talking about 3 major threats, see, I'm not here to give you technical speech or technical session on cybersecurity. I'm here to inspire you so that you are a little more cautious. Information is available with everybody. This time around, information is on your fingertips. What I might be saying now, you can just check it and recheck it whether he's saying it correctly or not. In a kind of a dynamic manner. You can just have, search, and information is available with everybody. You can get information. So what I can give you much more than that, thousands of times more than that, you can get it of your own, with your fingertips. I'm not here for that. I'm here to inspire you so that you are taking those precautions. We are taking those precautions in our day-to-day lives whenever we do anything. Because we are 24/7 connected with global network. There are definitely hidden security threats which are there. Some of you are aware about it. Some of you are not. There might be somebody back in your home, your friends, your colleagues. They might not be. Because there had been incidents that people have been victims to cyber threats. And these are not the isolated cases. They are happening, and they are happening at a faster rate. And even in Sultanate of Oman, everywhere. So we have to be more cautious as a society, how to move forward in a secure manner. 3 kinds of threats which are very prominent all over the world. One is ransomware, one more is phishing, and one is data breaches. One out of this, because ransomware is something which technical people, cybersecurity experts, they have to take care of one side of it, server side of it, or a technical side of it. But for us, for example, I'm counting myself, everybody of us, we are having also the responsibility. What is that responsibility? So what to do and what not to do. There are do's and don'ts which are coming, in fact, and I'll be telling you that. So that we can just, there's no 100% guarantee for anything that it's 100% secure, but at least we'll be getting that optimum levels of security and satisfaction that we will be able to defend against ransomware. Phishing in the same manner, in the recent past, this phishing has, we are having numerous variants of phishing. And you might have seen that. I have seen many of them live happening in Sultanate of Oman. Phishing has different variants, and it has consequences as well. If a successful attempt of phishing is carried out, it will be having consequences. And you need to be well aware about that. And I have just put different types of phishing variants which are there. And I want to just give you certain types, what that means. So these phishing types, email phishing. What is first of all phishing? You're aware about phishing? Yeah. Yes, please. Yeah. Somebody, can I have a mic here, please? What is a phishing?
When you pretend to be someone else online.
That is impersonation, not the phishing. Impersonation is you're pretending to be someone else. So you're impersonating somebody. What is phishing? Anybody from this side? Yeah? Yes. Yeah, please go ahead. Phishing is an illegitimate, inappropriate, unethical way of extracting information from somebody. So you can have financial gains, you can breach the privacy of people, you can get access to the information which you're not having. For example, somebody trying to reveal or extract from me my account details which are with some ABC bank. I'm having an account, bank account, with some bank, ABC bank. So somebody trying to extract that information from me, what are my credentials of the bank? What's my date of birth? What's my salary? What's my passport number? What's my resident card number? All of these things are very critical. That's what I just told, because we are being asked this information from our respected teachers as well, often. They have to be very cautious when they're asking for. If a regulator is realistically telling you that you need this information, there has to be a mechanism that because this is a public data, you cannot take it for granted. So when you are asking for information from parents or students, you have to be 101% sure that wherever you are putting this information, this is safe. Because otherwise, it can have far-reaching consequences. So all of this this is a personal data. So somebody trying to extract this from me by different means, one of that is a phishing. I can give you a simple example what phishing is. I am getting a mail from, okay, let me just name a bank, which is here local. I'm getting a mail from Bank Muscat. I'm having account there, for example. I'm getting a mail from Bank Muscat that you have won a lottery amount of 1 lakh riyals. And this particular mail is looking very similar. A commoner cannot just, differentiate between the mail which actually comes from bank, because everything is same. You're having similar graphics, the kind of writing, the way of writing, everything is same. A commoner cannot make out whether this is a fake mail or. So I am getting that you have won this lottery. The moment I get this, that I have won 1 lakh riyal lottery, I no more think that whether this is real or fake. I think about BMW and Mercedes. This is what happens. And, in panic, we tend to do a lot of mistakes. And then the mail goes in a very formal way, and gradually it says that if you want that this amount should be transferred to your account, please fill out the following data. It's going in a sequence. This is what exactly is this email phishing. And this phishing is a word. It starts with P. But do you know what actually is phishing? What is phishing? Catching fishes, right? That's phishing. That starts with what? F. So for phishing, what you are having, what is that called as? Fishing rod. Okay, that's a fishing rod. And what it has in the front? It has a hook, and on a hook it has a bait. What is that bait actually? You know, there are crazy baits. There are crazy baits which they put on that hook. Why? Because it should not be attractive to you, it should be attracting the fish. The bait is like it should be attracting the fish. This word fishing, this originated actually from fishing, actual fishing. So you are putting a bait, this is exactly the same thing. The attacker is putting a bait, you have won a lottery of 1 lakh. And then this fish is coming, getting attracted to that bait. And in a process of grabbing it, what happens? It gets hooked. It gets hooked. And then what happens? It finds itself on the dining table in the dinner. Right? That's what exactly happens in fishing. Once you are getting hooked, there's no comeback. Nobody can save you then. So whatever prevention you have to do, that should be before that. If you are getting any type of emails, first of all, no enterprise, no organization, a legal, legitimate organization, no bank, no financial organization will be asking you for any private data, whatever you are having. That includes your username, your passwords, your personal information. Even a bank employee is not authorized. Even if he's doing some job of yours, you're going for some query, they are not authorized to ask you for your username and password. And they don't need it. For doing any operations there, they don't need that. So first thing you need to remember, whenever you are being asked for any information which is personal to you, you should not be giving it. It can be anybody, it can be from anybody. So this email phishing, spear phishing, it is specific to few people, attacking some certain people. That is spear phishing. Targeted people. For example, I'm targeting particularly you because I am having already some specific information about you, so I'm targeting you. So this is spear phishing. We are having whaling. Whaling is some of the top notches. For example, I can give example here. Your principal is asking you for crediting 40 riyals to his account because he is in a desperate need somewhere. And you are getting, the email address or the message you have received that looks, because in hurry, you will be just, ignoring certain things. Let's say that he's saying that I want this money. This has happened. From a social media account of a top-notch guy, he's giving, some urgent need for money to someone and credit it into this account because I'm in urgent need, I'm somewhere. And this has happened that people have transferred money. Very small amounts. So I just got caught up somewhere. I just lost this one. I'm in need of 100 riyals. Please transfer it. And then when it was confirmed, he said, I never did this. I was not in, because actually it is somebody else. This is called as whaling. So it is spear phishing itself, but you're targeting top-notch people and who can give, those messages of urgency. Business email compromise, where organizations' email can be compromised. You can have similar kind of mails or similar mails coming from similar domains or same domains. So that can be there. Man in the middle, where interaction or communication is going between two legitimate parties, but in the middle, you are interjecting it. That's called as a man in the middle attack. And then you can change the communication. And as per your requirements, or you can just see what communication is happening, and that can be misused. Clone phishing. This is also one kind of a phishing where a mail which is a legitimate mail, which normally comes from a legitimate organization, enterprise, that is copied. And a similar kind of an address, email address will be there. It will be just having a .b somewhere. You'll not see that. Or you ignore it. Normally, we ignore it. So it will be coming from there. It will be a clone of that mail which normally comes. But in addition to that clone, there will be something else which will be there. And it will be asking you for information, which can be, in fact, counterproductive, which can be a threat to you, your privacy, your security. And that can have far-reaching consequences. Forming a DNS or host poisoning, where, for example, a legitimate organization is having a domain. I don't know exactly about the domain of Indian School Seeb. It might be indianschoolseeb.edu, something like that. What is it? .com. So indianschoolseeb.com. So when we are talking about this DNS poisoning, you might create a similar kind of a DNS, indianschoolseeb1.com, where one is ignored. And then, anybody who sees, a commoner who sees it, doesn't go into details. I myself, for example, as a parent, if I see a communication coming from Seeb School, my kid is here, I won't be going to that deep level to see whether it is actually from the same domain or something else. So these are the mistakes, and they can have far-reaching repercussions. They can have implications. So we need to be cautious there as well. Smishing, it is SMS phishing. Same thing phishing, but it happens on SMS. There are angular phishing, social media phishing, which I have already named. Typo squatting, which I was, in fact, talking about, look-like domains, and that we can have that farming done on DNS. OAuth phishing, I would like to talk about this, where it's not asking you for anything. You're installing a game. Yeah, all students, all of you. You're installing a game on your mobile device, on your smartphone, on your tab. It is just telling you, give these permissions before installation. We close our eyes and we give permissions. It's not kids only, all of us. Right? We're giving permission. Okay, whatever it's asking, let it install. So this OAuth phishing, it's getting a consent from your side so that it can grab the data, whatever data you're putting. So before you install, because legitimate apps, all legitimate apps, they'll be asking for something which is fine. There's no security threat in that. But when it comes to illegitimate, illegal apps, they'll be asking for certain rights which they should not be having, so that they can grab the private information of yours. So this particular type of phishing, it's very important for you. Whenever you install any new app, be very cautious that it's not asking for something which you are not supposed to give. Malvertising is something which has become common. It is in advertising, which can be there on a social media. Advertising about some product. It might be a legitimate product, but when you click on this, it takes you to a site which is not the original one. It's a fake site. And then from there, you can just give your credentials, give information which should not be there, which you should not be giving. Waterhole attacks, compromised websites frequented by target groups. Visitors get infected or redirected to a phishing site. This is one thing where you can have sites on which you are clicking. Trojan horse is one of the very common things which normally kids are doing, because we tend to play online games. You tend to play online games. A Trojan horse is one which is a malware, but it is hidden inside an application. For example, a gaming application. You install a gaming application, it will install you the game. You're going to play that as well, no problem. But along with that, it is installing a malware on your system as well. And that malware, it can have different sequence. It can do different things inside your system. It can encrypt your data entirely. It can delete some data. It can take away some data from your system. So you need to be very cautious while installing online games as well. So phishing, these types, overall, what I would like to say here, Rather than going through each one of these one by one and giving you definitions of them, I know you will be having much more information with you. What I want to tell you is you need to be very cautious. Don't give anything without inquiring. And there's a video on this phishing. I don't know whether I'll be able to move it next. And it'll, okay.
What is phishing? This video will define phishing, point out telltale signs of a phishing attempt. Simply put, phishing is an attempt to trick a user into doing the wrong thing. The wrong thing can be many things: granting unauthorized access, downloading malware, stealing intellectual property, and so on.
How many minutes I'm having?
A phishing attempt involves a malicious actor posing as a legitimate
but I
institution
started
via
at
a
9:20.
fake website, text message,
15,
social
20
media platform, or by phone. However, phishing is mainly used to describe attacks that arrive by email. There are some telltale signs that indicate a phishing attempt. Phishing emails will sometimes use generic salutations such as valued customer, friend, or colleague. Other attacks will refer to you directly, and this is called targeted or spear phishing. The name and email address will be similar to those of people you know, but there are typically errors. The email will usually include an urgent action that you must take, such as submit these details within 24 hours, or you have been the victim of a crime, click here immediately. Phishing emails often request personal information, which legitimate organisations normally will not do over email. Finally, they may also make an offer that is too good to be true, such as offering your council £1 million without reason. Let's talk about what you can do to protect yourself from a phishing attack. Malicious actors will often use publicly available information about you to target you. So review what information is publicly available about you. Also, make it a habit to scan communications you receive for the telltale signs of a phishing attempt we outlined before. If you spot a suspicious email, flag it as spam or junk in your email inbox. Let your IT department know that you've identified it as potentially unsafe. And if you've clicked a suspicious link, tell your IT department as soon as you can. The earlier you tell them, the more likely they'll be able to help. Finally, it is important to train personnel to identify and respond to phishing attempts. This video is part of a series designed to expand your understanding of digital, technology, and cyber security concepts. To learn more about the terms we covered, please watch our other videos.
Okay, this was phishing in gist, and there's a lot of material available. You can just see that. Awareness is something very important in today's world, and we need to be aware about things. On the other hand, if you are ignorant, that's something very dangerous. And in today's digital world, ignorance about a very small thing as well, that can have implications, and at the end we have to bear them. So I would say one thing: you will be able to develop a secured environment, secure digital environment only when you are aware and you are making others aware. So sharing, collaboration, if you know something, you need to share it to others as well. And that is your responsibility. Key trends and implications: increased ransomware sophistication. Sophistication of how it has been sophisticated, because attackers are using artificial intelligence and machine learning. So these attacks are now sophisticated. We need to have mechanisms, sophisticated mechanisms to defend them. Internet of Things is something which is from last 10, 15 years. It has become prevalent, and there's a huge increase in the number of devices, which in fact currently stands at 500 billion. And it's going to cross 1 trillion devices, connected devices. And when we are talking about 1 trillion connected devices all over the world, it's very difficult to handle their complexity. Handling security for 1 trillion devices, because you're having 1 trillion different ways how hackers can sneak into and your personal information. It's difficult to handle that. So complexity is increasing. So there are vulnerabilities in IoT devices, rise of AI-powered attacks, as I was mentioning. These are emerging trends, and we need to be aware about them. Threat insights, geographical trends are there. Certain attacks are true for specific region, and you need to just be aware about what kind of attacks have been done, in your regions in the recent past. Increased threats in specific areas, different industries face different attacks, and I would say one thing, education is not an exception. There are threats in the past. There have been ransomware attacks on colleges, universities, and schools, so that they can encrypt their data, valuable data, so that schools are left with no choice other than paying the ransom. And global cooperation is something which is desired. As I was telling you, global cooperation means different countries of the world, they cooperate, they become one when it comes to defending cyber threats. Understanding online dangers, as we were talking about phishing, malware, ransomware. Okay, before I go to this AI double-edged sword, I have 15 minutes left for this. I want a little bit of an engagement with students as well. Phishing, we have explained completely. We have learned certain things. Maybe you were knowing most of it already, but we have just, refreshed it once again. What about ransomware? What is ransomware? Anybody? Although I have talked about it a little bit. What's ransomware? Somebody would like to say on ransomware? Yes. There's a gentleman in the front here, please. Ransomware.
Our personal data is encrypted. Until we pay a ransom, it is encrypted, so we
Great.
can gain access.
So his answer was precise and to the point. He said that your data is getting encrypted by threat poser, and then attacker, hacker, and then they are asking for the ransom so that you can get this data back. That means you'll be getting a decryption key for that, right? So in fact, this ransomware, it has drawn havoc in numerous organizations, including hospitals in UK in 2019, 18, 19. And there were hospitals who were actually, they were compelled to pay the ransom because they were not having any other choice. It was about somebody's life and death. No, when it comes to somebody's life, and not one person, numerous people were there, because they were going through critical diseases, and there were records of those patients there. There was no other alternative other than paying the ransom, and they paid it. And one incident I remember of a particular hospital, even after paying the ransom, they could not get their data back. Even after paying the ransom, they could not get their data back. So you have to be well aware about this, because this can happen at personal levels as well. Your valuable data, which can mean billions for you, people can attack and they can encrypt your data, they can ask for ransom at personal levels. This has happened. AI is a double-edged sword. Why? AI can be our friend. It is having capability if we are using it in a way, not just for cybersecurity, for other things as well. It can do wonders. As far as cybersecurity is concerned, we are able to defend advanced threats, advanced persistent threats, APTs, or the threats which have been designed using artificial intelligence and machine learning. We're able to defend them using AI and ML. But at the same time, as I'm speaking, as we are able to defend the threats, it's equally possible that a new threat can be created using AI and ML. So, as human beings, we'll not be able to defend AI-posed threat. We have to use AI and ML for defense as well. So it is a double-edged sword. If you see that attacks are there, and you have to be, in today's world, don't say that AI is his field, machine learning is his field. It is everybody's field. A doctor has to use artificial intelligence. They're using it now. And in near future, it will happen that they have to use it 100%. Machine learning and artificial intelligence is going to be nobody's field. It's going to be everybody's field. Teachers are using it. They will use it. They have to use it. If they are not going to use AI, they're not going to adapt and adopt AI, they are no more going to be teachers. I'm myself a facilitator somewhere. I know how important it is in today's world to utilize artificial intelligence and machine learning. Otherwise, you will not be able to keep pace with the moving world. It's very important. And you should be embedding, engraving it in your minds from this young age that AI is going to rule the world. AI is going to rule the world. You have to get well aviated. You have to develop skills of AI, irrespective of which domains you belong to. You might be an engineer, not necessarily a computer engineer, a civil engineer, a doctor, an architect, a businessman. But all of you should be knowing AI. So you have to immerse yourselves into AI and ML. Artificial intelligence is humanity's greatest achievements and simultaneously one of its greatest challenges as well in today's world, because we are defending threats that are posed by artificial intelligence. And it's not just cybersecurity. Beyond that as well, we'll be facing challenges of AI and ML, and we have to, neutralize those challenges. We can use AI for malware analysis, improved anomaly detection, which is not otherwise possible in such a scale what we are doing with AI and ML. Automated detection. We are having, in fact, in defense, we used to have software and hardware devices. Hardware devices which are rule-based. Those rule-based devices are no longer, they're obsolete. They cannot be used in current landscape of cybersecurity and the cyber threats we are having. So that's why AI is very important. But on the other hand, AI is giving us certain challenges as well. So there are hacking tools which are developed using AI and ML. There are exploiting vulnerabilities, and vulnerabilities are exploited very well by machine learning algorithms. What weaknesses? Every system, every software, every package, every hardware, every device, every person, everything in this world has a weakness. Do you agree? Everything of this world, anything you name, human beings, each one of us, we are having some weakness, one weakness or the other. Everything has a weakness. It's just about what weakness can be exploited. So these machine learning tools, they exploit the vulnerabilities and weaknesses of these devices, and that's what it is. It's an enemy. It can be an enemy, and a very dangerous one. Phishing attacks, automated phishing attacks can utilize AI to craft targeted messages. So phishing attacks, there's no need for you to develop similar websites. AI will develop it for you. This time it happens within the fraction of seconds. You give a page to AI, tell it to develop a similar kind of a page for you, it will do. You give a site, tell it that I want a similar kind of a site, it will do. You give it a mail, your mail which you have received from a legitimate organization like a bank, financial organization, and say that I want a similar design of the mail, it will give you one. It will be having a common look and feel. So phishing attacks are becoming, it's a child's play. Anybody can do it because AI and ML is there. So we have to be cautious. So it is a double-edged sword. AI is both an advantage. It can be a bane, it can be a boon. So you have to just see it is having advantages, it has disadvantages as well. So common cyber threats to stay aware. It's especially, I have designed it for students, community of students at your level, exactly. Identity, personal data can be stolen by cyber criminals. You have to be very cautious, guys. Deception, manipulation is used to gain sensitive information. And one thing, it's not just about money. No. It's about your personal security as well. Because people, if they come to know about your they're having hands on your personal information. They can do a lot of things. And I'm not giving openly the incidents that have happened, not necessarily here, but the rest of the world. There had been numerous incidents which have happened because of this. Because you tend to give too much of information away on social media. It is available our global network. That is resulting in something else. So please be very cautious. All of you, I'm talking to all of you. Deception, awareness, staying informed helps prevent cyber threats. What are the safe online behaviors? I'm having 5 minutes and I want to engage you with you, if you're having any questions as well. Do's and don'ts. So use unique combinations of passwords, strong passwords, recognizing suspicious emails, which we have discussed already. Set strong passwords. These are do's and don'ts. Confirm followers and friends. Don't unnecessarily follow anybody. Avoid sharing personal details without any reason. Report suspicious activity. If you find something, immediately you need to report it. You can report it to your teacher. You can report to your IT department. If anything is happening, report it immediately. Don't accept unknown friend requests. Don't share passwords. Don't engage in arguments online. Don't post locations in real time. So this is all for your own safety, your own security. This is not just about money. It's about your personal security and safety as well. So these are questions for you. You can just, what is a strong password? Somebody? Very fast. We are having 5 minutes. I think they will be on my head after 2-3 minutes. They'll be on my head. So yes, what's a strong password? Somebody? It should be combination of small and capital letters, numbers, and special characters. So that's a strong password. How often you should update your password? Three to 6 months. 3 to 6 months is something which is a standard. There are certain domains or organizations which are necessitating it before that, maybe 90 days, prior to 90 days. Certain places it's 1 month, 2 months, depending upon the threat perception. What is phishing in cybersecurity? I think we have discussed it quite a lot, what phishing is. How can malware infect devices? It can infect devices if you are clicking on links which you don't know what they are. You're not sure about anything. Those links can be in your email. They can be on a game, online game. They can be on an online link. So if you are clicking on that, it can inject malware to your personal system. What should you do if you get hacked? So these are the answers. Malware can infect devices through malicious downloads. And if you are getting hacked, you change all the passwords, disconnect all devices on which attacks have happened, run antiviruses, and report this event to appropriate authorities. That is something you need to do without fail. Any incident, you might be considering an incident, it is very small. It is not small. It might be looking small, but it won't be small. It can have far-reaching consequences. So please don't take anything for granted when it comes to cybersecurity. So safe gaming, avoid oversharing, reporting cyberbullying. If something happens online with you, any kind of an incident, share it with your parents, your teachers, with appropriate authorities, maybe an IT department, concerned person, but you have to discuss it, speak about it. Safe and risky online behaviors, I think you will be well aware about it. You need to respect privacy, verify source, don't do things bluntly. Use complex passwords that we have think before sharing. And tips for students online. Think before you click on a link. Share wisely. Stay safe online. Be aware of scams. Protect your privacy. Don't unnecessarily share anything online. You have to be very choosy what should be coming there. You have to be very choosy what should be coming. And it goes for everybody. It goes for students who are here. It goes for teachers. It goes for parents. It goes for everybody. That you need to share very cautiously. You need to be very choosy while sharing online. So share what is safe. Teachers and school cybersecurity role, building a secure environment together. They play definitely teachers. I'm having a huge respect for teachers. I'm in the same domain. I'm one of you only. In fact, it's our responsibility. We have to play our role as far as cybersecurity is concerned. As I was telling you, it's not just about money. It's about your personal security. It's about security of these kids. It's about our own security, security of our families, our society. So we have to play our part. We have to give a hand. It's our responsibility. We can support cybersecurity policies, awareness, technology, education, training, and guidelines. And I recommend that every school, we are having a category of kids here from 9th to 12th grade. I would recommend that you should be having awareness sessions, whether there's an internal person, resource person who is conducting those sessions, or you can call people from outside, from community as well, but repeatedly, because it's an ever-evolving landscape of security. It changes very frequently. You need to have awareness sessions about what kind of new threats are there, which are, in fact, very vital for our kids to know. And that can impact their personal security as well. So it's very important for you. You need to play your part. So these things, modeling safe cyber practices, educating, modeling, supporting, engaging, and encouraging students to report suspicious activities. Community cooperation, working together. So that is, again, existing initiatives which promote cyber safety. So you can have a cyber safety week where you are engaging families and students. You can have different campaigns. You can have resources that provide tools for safer online access or experience. You can support community involvement, enhance cyber safety initiatives by getting people from community and then engaging them. Stay alert. Vigilance is the best defense against cyber threats. So be vigilant, engage. Creating safe environment, educating and supporting. Again, call to action, secure our future. So that's it. Thank you so much. But before I wind up this session, if there are any questions from anybody, whether that is related directly to cybersecurity, indirectly to it, any other questions, I'll be more than happy to answer, please.
Thank you very much, sir. We'll just allow, because we are running short of time, we'll just allow 2 questions. Can anybody raise their hands there? Because the next session...
Yes, please. Any questions? Even if some facilitators, teachers are having any questions, you can please ask, no problem.
Sir?
Yes, please.
Sir, what are the valuable certifications if we take up cyber security as our career?
You're having a lot of choice as far as cybersecurity certifications are concerned. Recently, many of the vendors who were there, they have taken up this. There's a reason for that, because there was a demand. We have to meet this gap which is there. When it comes to skills which we are currently having and what is demanded when we are talking about evolving threat landscape of security. Fortinet is having its own courses. Fortinet is a company, they're actually into security devices, security platforms. Huawei is giving a lot of opportunity for students. I hope somebody from Huawei would have reached your school as well, especially the students of 11th and 12th. You can participate in Huawei competitions. There is IC2 certification, but that will be a little bit, advanced for this level. But there are definitely different certifications which these are providing, and IC2 will be a little bit on the higher end. Then there are certifications which are appropriate for the college students or those who are taking cybersecurity as their career. But at this point in time, you can just do any online course which will make you aware about personal security, and how should we say sharing information with others, right? Thank you. You're having any further questions? Okay, anybody else?
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir,
Just 1 second. We'll take.
sir, can you explain the difference between cyber security and information security?
Information security is at a higher level. Cyber security is a subset of information security. When it comes to information security, we are concerned about security of information in general. That information can be lying on your personal system. It can be on your internal network. It can be anywhere. But when we are talking about cyber security, it is more concerned about the web security. That means security of those, that infrastructure, that hardware, those servers, those machines that are connected with the web. So that is cyber. Cyber security is a subset of information security. So you can just say it's an umbrella. Information security is at the top. Then there are subdomains which are here. Cyber security is one of the subdomains. Have I answered my question? Okay, thank you.
Thank
Anybody
you very much,
else?
sir.
Okay,
Sir,
thank you.
kindly remain on stage, please. I request Ms. Sindhu Gokuldas, our Vice Principal, to present a memento to Dr. Anjum Zameer Baht.
Thank you so much. And before thank you. Before we proceed for this memento, I'd like to thank all of you for this patient hearing. In fact, in future, if I get a chance to collaborate and communicate with you, I'll be more than happy. Thank you so much for having me here, for the organizing committee of AVENIR 2025, Indian School Al-Seeb, management, all the facilitators, those who collaborated with me all along these days, for having this session here. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.